Hey guys, Terry here from Introverted Games. If you remember, in our last video, we sketched out this four-direction character, and I think he looks pretty slick. Now, in this video, we're going to give him some color, bring some life to him, and we're going to paint this guy. Okay, and then in the next video, we're going to bring him on in the game, and together, we're going to make a shooter in Unity. I'm really excited, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to make, and I really hope that you'll share your stuff down below. All right. Now let's get started. I want to use this color right here for the flesh. So I'm going to go with my pen and I'm going to hit my color select tool and I'm going to go pizzow. There we okay. Now I know that we have gray here and it works pretty well. And we're going to zoom in, poof, 400. Now we're going to have to make a new layer. New layer. We're going to do a new layer for every face, the forward, the left, whatever, so that that way it can be a new sprite. And I'll show you how to hook it up so the guy changes directions in Unity. All right, so we'll say OK. Oh, snap. You know what? I almost forgot that we can't just start putting color in here. We have to do a black outline first. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's go ahead and get that black outline going on first. So we're gonna hop up here. We're gonna grab black. All right, and we're probably gonna grab a three. Yeah, I think a three will work. And we're just gonna sketch this guy in because we're on a new layer. We're going to preserve the sketch on an old layer and not touch it. And so we're going to want a nice, a nice thick background for this guy, not background, but outline for this guy. So all you do is you take your, your magic marker, your pen, and you just kind of go over your sketch, right? As good as you can. There's going to be some mess ups where you're going to have to go back and, erase it and make it look better. There we go. Sorry about that, big guy. Okay. And this is a really quick process. Now, my last video, guys, was extremely long. It was 2 hours. And for that, I can apologize. This video here, I may possibly do some fast forwards, like what is it, time lapse or whatever. That way you guys don't have to sit here while I draw every single pixel, right? But yeah, it should make it a little more entertaining for you without having to sit here for 3 hours. And really, I hope that you're following along. I really hope that you're drawing your own badass guy, or maybe you're drawing a cartoon guy. Maybe you're drawing a pretty princess. I mean, I don't know. But I really hope that you're making a character for your game also. Because if you just, guys, let's be real here. If you just blindly follow my tutorial and you do everything I do, you're not going to learn as much as you would if you say renamed every variable in the code or drew something entirely different, but like used my example or whatever. You're going to learn more because you're forcing your brain to think. To each his own. You live your life how you want to live it. Tutorial hell is fine if you like it. So, all right, there we go. We're almost done with the outline for this gentleman here. Then you're gonna notice when you start adding color, these guys really pop. I mean, they really come to life. It is kind of amazing sometimes, to be honest. All right, we're gonna take this up here. Uh, so I think the game that we make, you know, I'll show you how to do some juice, like maybe animated health bars and particle effects and things like that. But you're going to have to really spend time to learn how to make juice if you're going to be a game developer. And if you don't know what juice is, it's that extra special thing, that pizzazz, that poof, the stuff that makes your game feel alive and feel good. You're going to have to spend a lot of time learning that. And I'll show you how to do some of that, but I couldn't possibly show you all of it. Lord, there's so much. All right, here we go. Now I'm gonna try and give you guys a video every Tuesday and every Thursday. That should help you. It'll help me, I guess. It'll help YouTube. Win-win-win situation, right? Um, and I'm open to criticism. If there's something I can do better in my videos or whatever, just feel free and let me know down below. If you hate my art, please let me know. If you like it, let me know. All right, let's get this mouth done. Oh, I have to erase a little bit of that. Now, guys, it's very possible that you're having a hard time getting straight lines as easily as me, and that's totally okay. I didn't learn that overnight. It takes a little bit of muscle memory and practice to be able to get decent lines and even to be able to outline this guy as quickly as I have. That's practice. Okay. I wasn't that good like the first thing I drew. In fact, the first thing I drew was a game called Creature Creep. It's actually on my itch if any of you are interested. And that's the very first thing I learned how to draw. I made the whole game, art and everything in like a week. Or was it 2 days on that? I don't know. Yeah, it was an experience though. It's just a simple little shooter, and really it's a lot like the shooter I'm going to show you how to make, in this video series. Um, yeah, and keep in mind the mechanics you're going to learn in this series, you can actually use for a lot of different games. You don't have to use them just for this shooter. They're pretty universal. They transfer. So, all right, we're almost done with this, guys. Boom, boom. There we go. Not done with the art. Done with yeah, is it called a block out? What's it called, guys, when you do this? I just call it like the outline, but I don't know what you guys call it. And do you guys do this step or do you not do this step? I'm curious what other people that make game art do. You know, always curious to find out. All right, almost there. Boom, boom. I'm gonna add so with eyebrows. These aren't gonna be black, guys. The eyebrows. I'm just blocking them in real quick so I have them because we're going to turn that off now. So I'm on a new layer, right? And then what I do, oh, let me add the teeth in here real quick. Yeah, there we go. Now he's got teeth. Yay. Okay. Um, so you see it's a new layer, right? You do a new layer for every body part, okay, in every direction. And then what I do is I turn the sketch off after that. Um, you know, turn all these sketches off and come back to them. We don't have to, but in fact, yeah, we'll leave the other ones on. I was getting a little ahead of myself, but yeah, this one, turn that one off so we can save that for later. Okay. Now that we have this, and we'll zoom out and I'll show you. You see? Now, some people will go through and block everyone in and then paint everyone, but I'm probably going to do the first one with you and then maybe time lapse the rest so that you don't have to watch me do all of them. You know what I mean? And you can still learn and follow along. Do you like the time lapse idea or do you hate it? Can you let me know in the comments? Okay, so I'm going to zoom back into 400. It's easier for me to paint at 400. Now, some people even do another layer on top of this. I'm not going to bother. Okay, so this is the layer for this head. Now let's get the skin color we wanted. I'm going to go the magic dropper here, and I'm going to grab that skin color. Come back over here. Now, what you do here, you do clean up any lines like this that you see. I don't know if you can see that. You know, doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Now, with the new color, I like to come in. In fact, I like to even zoom in more than 400. Um, kind of crazy, I guess, but then I like to come in and I like to butt up to everything. Like make sure the colors match right up to it, you see. And I like to do an outline all the way around, and then I go in and fill the inside in. You see what I mean? So we'll do this. See, a lot of what I do is repetition. I mean, you'll be doing the same thing over and over. But let me show you something that I hate. You see how that's no longer black? You see, and then I have to go through and fix the lines. Painting in this zoomed in of a aspect can really affect how long it takes you to get things done. I'm just saying. Sometimes it's better to paint in 400 than it is in 200, um, or 800 rather. So there we go. Two, and then I drop back over to that, and then I'm gonna try and stay away from the edges. That was totally my fault. There we go. That's an eyelash. Oh, this isn't working so well. Painting takes a long time. So, all right, guys, you kind of get the idea. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch this because it can honestly take hours upon hours to paint something. And I don't want my video to take that long and you guys to have to sit here that long. So we will definitely time lapse, but you get the idea. Let me do a lot more of this and I will come right back to you and we can talk about some more stuff. I'll see you guys in just a minute. Okay, you guys. So, oops, let me turn that volume down a little bit. All right, if you look over here, focus your eyes over here. I have a lot of the outline done. So you'll notice that all I did was all around the edges, I left the black outline because with my art style, that's just what I like. I mean, you might like something else, but so far, if you're following, we sketch. Well, we have an idea, then we sketch, and then we start to paint. So I told you I would come back when I had the first outline done. I think it's looking semi okay. What do you guys think? Huh? Okay. I am going to time lapse again and get the rest of the paint done for this first head, and I will see you guys in just a minute. Hey guys, what do you think about that? I've gone ahead and painted the whole dude in the first head, facing forward direction. I think that looks pretty good. Let me know what you think about the time lapse because painting that took me, around an hour, I would say 30 minutes, an hour, and I got a lot of these to do. So I really don't think you're gonna you're gonna want to watch a video that long. What do you think of the progress so far? I already see something I messed up. We can fix that while I'm talking with you, possibly, if you don't distract me too much. Um, what do you guys think about this? What are you drawing? I would love to see what you're making for your game. Are you guys following along and making a game? I hope you are, because the world's your oyster. I mean, you can make literally anything. And once you learn how to make your own 2D art, you can really make any kind of 2D world you want. It's pretty fun, you know? So yeah, let me know what you're making. Let me go ahead and fix this a little bit. Oh, yeah, these little things. Let me know how you're doing with your art. Post some pictures. Put them in the comments, man. Like, talkie talkie. Anyways, what do you guys think about the red color hair I went ahead and did? I don't know if I'm real, like, cool with it, but it works. It's not the best, but it works. I was gonna do maybe green, like in the picture, in the vision board, but I just decided to do this color instead. So hopefully it's not triggering any of you, and you're not like, God, that's ugly. I can't look at it. All right, there we go. You see, I fixed the sunglasses here. It was thicker on one side than on the other, and I wasn't real sure about what color to use, but I think it turned out okay. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are screaming, "Hey, there's no shading. You didn't shade the head. Where's your light source?" Yeah, I got a lot of these to do. I just hadn't done that yet. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna hop into another time lapse because I have, oops, that's the wrong way. I zoomed the wrong way. I have all of this stuff to paint. Okay, but do you see the tremendous difference that adding color to your art does? So there's the no paint, there's the paint, right? And you might notice I changed the mouth up a little. When I was painting, it just felt right. And I could change it a little more, but no one's like perfect looking. He's got to have some kind of defects. I mean, this character is so pretty. He's got to have something wrong with him, man. All right, well, I'm going to crank my music back up and I'm going to do another time lapse, guys, and I'll be right back with you when I have the rest of this character all painted and ready to go. Um, tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, it's tomorrow for me recording, but Tuesday for you, we'll be importing this into Unity, possibly adding animations, and then we'll start the code for the little shooter. Get this guy moving around, shooting things. All right, guys, I will see you in just a minute. Hey, YouTube, how you doing? So you'll notice that I have all three heads painted now. It's been another hour and some change for me. I'm not sure how long it's been for you, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Making game art is a time-consuming process. Now, I'm hoping that you're following along. I'm not sure how easy it is to follow along with a time lapse, and I hope that I'm showing you enough that you can learn and you can follow along. So if you are, by now you should have all three heads done. This is going to be facing forward, facing backward, facing left, and facing right. So you have all four directions for the head finished. I know there's only three. You'll see in Unity. I'll show you. The bodies are next, and then the hand and the foot. So it takes a while to make game art. What are we in, like 2 hours and some change now, man? Anyways, I'm gonna have some coffee and I'm gonna get another time lapse going for the rest of for the bodies for you at least, and probably just the hand and the fist too, or the foot and the fist too. I'm getting tired and I want to get this video done for you guys. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, guys. And what was 4 hours for me of intense, hardcore indie game dev labor was likely around an hour for you after the magic of editing. You see, we got our game character here. He looks pretty decent. He's gonna make a really neat little guy in our shooter. I hope you guys are following along. I hope you're learning something, and I hope you're as excited as I am to get this guy into Unity going. Ta 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 ta. Our next video, which will be, tomorrow, I'm going to record it. You'll probably get it like on Tuesday. We're going to import this guy into Unity, set up all the animations, and get him probably not walking around. That might be the video after that, but we'll at least get all the animations in for sure, and we'll see where it goes from there. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Man, I would love it if you could subscribe or at least do a like or a comment, something. All right, guys, you have a good day. Thank you.